Kat Timpf. Welcome to a special edition of Gutfeld. Let's kick things off with some jokes. Jamie Lee Curtis is in talks to star in a movie version of the classic TV series Murder, She Wrote. However, the title is now Yogurt She Pooped. So dumb. President Biden at long last commented on drone sightings terrifying residents on the East Coast by saying, "Look at those flying Christmas trees."
Wow.
The latest skincare trend is slathering your face with beef tallow. Fans say the rendered cow fat cures acne, fights wrinkles, and leads to an 80% greater chance of getting chased by a pack of wild dogs. Researchers say more than 2/3 of U.S. teens don't drink, smoke, or use marijuana, leading to fears that Leonardo DiCaprio's dates are lame. On this day in 1787, New Jersey became the third state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. And this is interesting. Of the handful of delegates responsible, 4 were dudes named Vinny. All right, let's do a monologue. Is the government full of lies while we look to the skies? So last night, President Biden finally addressed the drone sightings on the East Coast, alluding to the idea that it could be copycats.
Nothing nefarious, apparently, but they're checking it all out. I think it's just one. There's a lot of drones authorized up there. I think one started and they all got it. Everybody's wanting to get in the deal.
And all this time, I thought getting in someone's deal was Hunter's thing. Now, the FBI's got more than 5,000 tips of reported drone sightings over the last month, and pretty much everyone's got a take on what they think might be going on. This includes Bethany Frankel from The Real Housewives of New York, who said this.
You're going to think I'm nuts, but why should today be any different than any other day? I know this guy whose father worked with the Pentagon and NASA and like secret projects. He's been watching this situation, and now, several days ago, before it became a discussion in the mainstream media, that these drones are ours and that they could very possibly be sniffing out something very dangerous.
First of all, big congrats to the one person at home who bet money that I'd mention Bethany Frankel tonight. A lot of people are just calling her an idiot, but let's be real for a second, okay? You don't turn a stint on Bravo into a beverage empire worth an estimated 9 figures by being an idiot. And I low-key don't even know why you'd bother to give criticism to someone who can respond to it in such an iconic fashion.
Okay, you were topless, you had sex on a waterbed, you kissed another woman, and you know what? I never mentioned that. But you want to mention it? Now we'll mention it.
Mention it all. Mention it all.
Yeah. Thank you, yes. So a lot of people are calling her crazy for her drone theories, and she's posted about it a few times now. But the truth is, I think it's really hard to blame anyone looking for explanations at this point. Because for one thing, the government has handled this whole thing terribly. For the longest time, they didn't even try to give us answers. They were saying stuff like, we don't know what these drones are, but we do know there's nothing to worry about. The first sightings were reported in Jersey on November 18th, but it wasn't until 2 days ago that we got this joint statement from the DOD, FBI, FAA, and DHS. We assess that the sightings to date include a combination of lawful commercial drones, hobbyist drones, and law enforcement drones, as well as manned fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and stars mistakenly reported as drones. The point is, they waited so long to say anything, it's hard to trust them or take them seriously, especially considering their track record. How many of the things the government insisted were conspiracy theories in recent years have turned out to be totally true? The COVID lab leak theory, the Chinese spy balloon, Hunter's laptop being Hunter's laptop, Joe Biden being sharp as a tack. In other words, when there's lie after lie and cover-up after cover-up, you can't blame people for questioning the government's official story. It's the same with people going after RFK Jr. To be clear, I totally disagree with some of the stuff he thinks. I do like some of it, but I also think that some of it is nuts. And if you want to call some of it nuts also, I get that. But I think it's so misguided to go after the nuts opinions without examining the whole of how we got to the point where people are listening to him in the first place. which is that they were lied to and gaslit by the experts repeatedly regarding COVID. Like when Greg promised us all a Christmas bonus. So let's see this as an opportunity. Instead of shaming each other for looking for answers when it comes to the drones, let's shame the reason we got to this point, the government. Let's demand that they do better and unite around what should be a shared value, transparency. And I don't even say all this because I kind of want Bethany Frankel to be my friend. I mean, for the record, I do kind of want that, though, because I want to lose most of my baby weight on maternity leave. And I kind of feel like she would do a great job of being mean to me for eating. And I mean that as a compliment.